And moving quickly, ready for offense is Park South. Handoff, Gage right again. Up the middle, 40, 30, 40, 35. Fumble, put it on the ground. And there's a scrum for the football. And it's Tiger football. Gage right, put it on the ground. Caleb Kaiser, big number 9, the Beast Man. Knocked that one free, and Princeton gets a reprieve. Barker ready. Barker the snap. Barker looking to throw. Barker over the top far side. Has a wide open Wyatt Klein. Klein first down yardage past the 40. And tackled just across about the 39-yard line. Wyatt Klein got in behind one set of D-backs and in front of another, and everybody lost him. And the Rabbit Dog, Wyatt Klein, gets him a catch there to get the first down for Princeton. Now Dom Collins in motion. Out of the backfield comes Markel Lowe. No, RPO on a keeper. Here's Collins, but it was red. Now Collins shifting gears, going to the far side. Collins with blockers. Oh, my word. Dom Collins. And here comes a flag from 38 yards away. Collins ran 62 and a half yards to get what currently stands as a 13-yard gain. Shot block on the tackle against Parkersburg South. 2 to the far, 2 to the near. Collins will go in motion. Rolling, going to the end zone. Wide open, Wyatt Klein. Touchdown, Tigers! Wyatt Klein on a little roll around, got behind 2 defenders, stuck his arms out and said, "Hey, gunslinger," and he slung it up there, and a Rabbit Dog just pulled it down, and he said, "Thank you very much, we'll take 6 and go up first in the ball game." 3 to the far. Now Garrettson rolling to the far. He's rolling into trouble. Down he goes. He's buzzard mate. Number 8, Mikey D, the Giacomo. He said, "Thank you very much. You, sir, can have a seat." In punting formation is the Patriots. Snap back. Little rugby-style punt going deep, caught by Dom Collins at the 5. Dom had a little bit of running room, and then he gets bottled up. Dom gets free. He's going to the far side of the field with blockers. Dom at the 20. Dom at the 30 before pushed out of bounds. Dom had come all the way near side and was bottled up at the 10. I was about to call him down and complained that he should have let it roll out of the end zone. But then Dom, because Dom does Dom things, and Dom just does it, rolled to the far side of the field, and now the ball's at the 30-yard line. 25 yards on the return. He ran 6 miles to get there because Dominic Collins is just that good. Snap. Barker looking. Barker has the safety valve. Klein again catches it. Klein once again got in behind a receiver that was covered, in front of a receiver that was covered, and nobody covered Klein, and Barker just dropped it in. Got a little teardrop. Just drop it in a bucket there, young man. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Now handoff, Markel Lowe coming across as he came set, and Markel diving forward, still moving as Markel Lowe. They never blew the whistle. Markel Lowe on 1st and 10, thought they had him bottled up at the 10. Then I thought he had him bottled up at the 7, and then Markel Lowe said, "I'm not done yet," and he barrels his way forward. Single receiver near. Now a man in motion. Handoff, Markel dancing to the outside. Markel Lowe looking for the end zone, diving for it. Touchdown, Tigers! Markel Lowe faked it up the middle, the counter misdirection, if you will, and then bounced it to the outside. When he got to the 1, he was gathered up, and he said, "I'm reaching. I'm going to reach for it." And when he reached for it, they said, "You got it." Touchdown, Markel Lowe. Here comes Saeed Abelhassan out. Princeton not going to take any chances in this game. They're just going to keep kicking and moving and grooving. No sense going for 2 until you have to. Old Bill Cowher theory. Mosser, when it's all said and done with blockers and everything, took the ball, and he's going to set Princeton up inside Parkersburg South territory, across the 45 at the 41-yard line. Give him 36 on the return. Princeton set here to be Mosser in motion, going behind Barker. Barker looking to throw, looking deep downfield. He has Klein wide open in the middle of the field. Wyatt Klein. Once again, double coverage on Dom Collins. Nobody paying attention to Mosser in the backfield, and Wyatt Klein going, "Hey, I'm right here." And the gunslinger, Barker, said, "Here you go." And Klein, his 3rd huge catch of the night. 2 to the far, 2 to the near. Single back in the backfield as Princeton goes right to left here in the 2nd quarter. Snap. Barker, keeper, RPO. It's caught by, is that Markel Lowe? Yes, it is. His 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Right on the Wildcat. RPO, ball on the ground. Princeton comes swarming on Bartley, and he's going to be taken down for a loss. The man with the plan was number one, the sensational sophomore. Brad Mosser got in there. He wasn't falling for the Wildcat RPO. Brad Mosser's seen more Wildcat RPO plays than he cares to count. That's all he ran in middle school. Trust me, I saw them all. It's going to be the Wildcat again for Gage Wright. Wright plowing forward. He slips through. Fumble in the end zone. Fumble in the end zone. Princeton has it. Touchback. It's Princeton ball, and it was a Marvian Howard who jumped on it. A Marvian said, he may have beat me once, but I got this football, coach. What do you want me to do with it? And he said, hand it to the offense. Thank you very much. DiGiacomo all the way up to the 5-yard line on a beautiful catch and run, tight end scamper style. Give him 47 on the run, catch and run. Dominic Collins will go in motion to the far side, handoff Markel Lowe from the 5 months at the goal line. Touchdown, Markel Lowe. Garrettson, the QB, he has 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers wide, now dropping back to pass. Here comes Princeton on the blitz, and Garrettson is down. Big number 9 and big number 8, the 8-9 connection. DiGiacomo and Kaiser, Mikey D, in the out-of-control locomotive, the beast man, Caleb Kaiser. And in motion is Fleet. Here comes the blitz, and knocked down. It was Mikey D coming on a corner, and coming breathing fire like a dragon. Garrettson had to get rid of it, but he threw it right at Kaiser, and Kaiser just knocked his hands up and said, no, thank you. I already had dinner tonight. Snap, pitch to Wright. Wright thought about a throw downfield on a halfback pass, but he's going to run into, oh my word! What a crushing blow. Markel Lowe flattened him. Beautiful football play. Markel Lowe came to play football. Gage Wright got stopped, and he tried to make a move back, one of those little moves he's made all night, but when he moved back, Markel Lowe just flattened him. Barker back to throw. Barker, a wide open. Dom Collins called at the 31. Dom, a shimmy and a shake. Dom turning on some afterburners, then he just steps out of bounds and says, thank you, boys. Markel Lowe will go in motion out of the backfield. Now 5 receivers will line up. Princeton looking for Markel, wide open. They never covered it. Touchdown! Longer they go with the ball is the less time Parkersburg South has the ball. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near. Collins in motion. Hand off again to Markel. Coming up the middle. Markel past the 40, past 35. Markel Lowe, 50, 40 foot race. Goodbye, Markel Lowe. Hello, 5th touchdown of the night for Markel Lowe. So much for not being in a hurry. Markel Lowe said, I am, and took off for the end zone. Garrettson will ready with a 5 wide set. Now a single back in the backfield. Hand off to Bartley, and Bartley's bottled up. He bounces back, and then he's going to be thrown back. And a loss on the play. Who was in on that? Michael DiGiacomo. Garrettson readies. Big blitz coming for Princeton. Garrettson has to get moving, and he doesn't get moving. Michael DiGiacomo, 2 plays in a row, exerting the senior authority. Parkersburg has beaten Musselman 41-10. That's big because that's the 16 seed winning. That means Woodrow Wilson would have to win to get in, and they're not going to be close to that unless they can score 7 touchdowns in the 4th quarter. Pass out of the backfield from Barker. Barker finds Klein. Klein catches the pass, and Klein makes a nifty move, and Klein goes forward and pushed out of bounds. First down yardage. Princeton, another set of downs here. Good football play. Wyatt Klein, fantastic tonight. 4 catches on the evening, all of them in big pivotal moments. 2 to the far, single back. Barker throwing over the middle. Mikey D wide open. It's caught. 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Seal the deal. Put it in the envelope. Stamp it shut and send it home, baby. Princeton is going to win this football game and earn a right to play at Honeycutt Stadium next week. Snap back from Garrettson. Garrettson being flushed again. Princeton get pressure in the pocket all night. Throw downfield. Intercepted. Dom Collins going at 40 up to the 50 before he's finally brought down at Princeton. Comes to Erickson Stadium and flexes their muscle. Barker will wait. He is flanked by Lowe and Mosser on each side. Dominic Collins dots the top of the victory formation. Snap back, knee down, clock roll. 48-27 is the score on the scoreboard. The 200 or so Tiger faithful are on their feet. As the horn expires, Princeton goes to 9-1. Princeton will host a playoff game next week at Honeycutt Stadium. The WVU Medicine Princeton Community Hospital player of the game, Markel Lowe. You can't go anywhere else. Markel was dominant with the football tonight. Markel ran time, ran clock, dominant on defense, put a hit on Gage Wright that Gage Wright's not going to forget anytime soon. And Markel Lowe, 5 touchdowns tonight for Princeton in their 48-27 victory. Markel Lowe, the WVU Medicine Princeton Community Hospital Star 95 player of the game.
Obviously, our offense is always going to do what our offense does, and that's score points. But at the end of the day, man, those dudes up front dominated. I couldn't be more proud. I've been proud of my team all year. But tonight, man, this is just one of these things because we came in and we've done something that no other team in Princeton history has done, and that's come into Parkersburg and got out here with a W.
I could call a bunch of players by name, but I'm going to have to talk about 5 touchdowns tonight for Markel Lowe. Was the run game the game plan, or did it just work out that way?
Yeah, I think it just worked out that way, man. I think at the end of the day, our guys are going to do what they need to do, and sometimes your number gets called, sometimes it doesn't. Our kids, we kept grinding. Our offensive line was out there just completely annihilating them, and hats off to those guys. Coach Campbell had them ready. We knew that we had the guys up front to go in here and handle this game. We're playing on grass. It was a little slick. A lot of people think we can't play on grass. We're 3-0 on grass. And, Markel Lowe, I said at the beginning of the year, I said it in July, talking to Dave Morrison, he's the player that nobody was really talking about, and I knew he was going to have an incredible year. That's because he worked out in the weight room. He's, got his body ready. I don't know how many times he carried the ball, but he absolutely was a monster. Played an incredible game on defense. He was tackling too. Huge hit on Gage Wright, and nobody does that.
No.
Nobody knocks that guy down like that. And, I think that got him going, and he knew that he was doing something special. And, I just couldn't be more proud of all of them.
I want to talk just a second about a couple unsung heroes. Let's talk about. There were some big catches tonight by Wyatt Klein, and then the huge touchdown from Mikey D, the big senior. Those guys just really stepped up when it was necessary tonight.
Yeah, and that's what we tell them. That's what we try to talk to these guys about. Because, listen, we got a bunch of playmakers. People don't understand that it's not just, Dom Collins, Brad Moss, or Mark. We got a lot of good guys out there. They're just not getting the ball because we have such dynamic athletes. But at the end of the day, we tell them all week in practice, when your time comes, you got to be ready. Kudos to Chance Barker. He's got all day to set back there. Obviously, we've give kudos. I think if Luke Press is listening, Tyler Jackson. I think some coins are coming our way for the offensive line of the week. I don't know what happened around the state, but these guys put on a clinic out here.
Yes, they did.
And Chance finds the open guys. Wyatt Klein dominated. We knew our slots were going to have big games because we didn't. I thought that Gage Wright was going to cover Dom. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but who covered Dom Collins tonight? Gage Wright.
Right.
So I may not know a lot, but I did get some things correctly tonight.
So flipping to defensively tonight, Gage Wright was a tall order, but the thing I saw more than anything, I think that was so important was the disruption you got on Garrett's, and you were blitzing. He was running for his life most of the night. Caleb Kaiser and Burnett and Mikey D again were getting such good blitzes on there. Was that the game, or did you have to switch to that midway?
No, Coach McClanahan, done a great job. He's done a great job all year. You take a look at us defensively, people say, because our offense is so good, they're like, well, Princeton doesn't have a defense. Well, I think we showed tonight, obviously we got gassed there in the end. We gave a couple touchdowns. It gets on my nerves that we do that. We did it in the Oak Hill game. We did it here, but he had a great game plan. We knew we had a couple different looks we were going to throw at him. We were going to go wide. We were going to bring some dudes. We made some second half adjustments. And by Coach McClanahan, kudos to that guy. He's an incredible. He stepped in first year as a defense coordinator. Had one of the best defensive years we've had. I know we gave up a lot of points in a couple games, but at the end of the day, we had shutouts and we held them. I don't even know how many points they scored, but I think he did a great job. And it was all Coach McClanahan for that effort. And the defense, they know that they got to go out there and they got to handle business. Nate Tanner is an incredible offensive coach. He's going to have them going at a fast pace. We've seen it before. We didn't handle it real well against Hurricane. Thought we did a better job tonight. Coming into this place, it's hard to win. Obviously, we've never done it. So, here we are.
So, Coach, we'll go ahead and shift gears to the next important step. I've been with this program for a while. You've been with this program for a while. And the goal's always been make the playoffs. And then it shifted gears last year to we need to be good enough to host playoffs.
Right.
And we just slipped up last year. Well, if everything looks right, I think we've got it. So what does it mean to you to have set that goal this year and now to look like you have achieved? We're going to play at Honeycutt Stadium next week.
Yeah, for sure. And, hopefully we set ourselves up. If we can get into the top 4, we're going to host hopefully for 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Because if you make the top 4, you host for 2 weeks. We put ourselves in a situation, at the end of the day, we tell kids in school, we tell everybody to set goals. Okay? Our team had a goal. It was to make the playoffs and host a playoff game. All right? They want to win a playoff game, too. That's the last goal we got to check. But at the end of the day, why stop at one playoff game? Why not? Because here's the deal. Everybody's 0-0.
That's right.
Everybody's 0-0. We just hopped into a tournament, a 16-team tournament. We hopped in there. Anybody's got a chance. Why not us?
Yeah, why not win them all, right?
I tell them, there ain't no reason to go out there and lose it. So let's just go out there and take care of business and see what we can do.
One of the dumbest things I can ask you is your preference for playing. It's just keep playing football games. But as it looks now, with University beating Oak Hill, that one kind of hurts us for that 4 seed. But Princeton 4-5-ish. Probably playing an Oak Hill, a Parkersburg, or Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area.
At the end of the day, those guys got to come to Princeton, so whoever it may be, come and see if you can handle us in our own house.
The Tiger faithful are hard to play against, aren't they?
Absolutely. And, kudos. Hey, listen, we had a bunch of fans
did.
out there. We got them loud. They're cheering. They're bought into. And that's just our community. One town, one school, one family, PSHS. That's what we always say. It's the best. Our guys are out here living it. And it's not just a football team. You see it, the whole community, is behind us. They're behind Princeton Athletics across the board. The band is out here, our cheerleaders, dance team. They weren't here tonight because they got a big competition tomorrow.
Yeah, they do.
Okay? So they're going to go out there. They're going to dominate. We're just going to try to keep this momentum moving across the board and hope that everybody's excited. It's an exciting time to be a Princeton Tiger in all sports.